So we have a cat, which I hate.
Cats are just pointless.
Hold the cat up and try and imitate the Lion King.
Oh my gosh.
Except she doesn't know how to say. Nobody knows how to say any of those
Yeah.
words. So she'll go, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. The Pittsburgh Steelers are terrible. Welcome back to another episode of our expert NFL take, where we talk all that is the NFL, but mainly the Green Bay Packers
And the Minnesota Vikings.
It was a good week.
It was a good week.
Victories all around.
Victories across our division. 2 wins, 1 loss,
Yep.
and a bye. So
Good.
it was a good week. I was happy
The
with
wins
it.
we wanted, for sure.
The wins and losses we wanted.
So the Vikings march into the Big Apple, and they take care of business.
MetLife Stadium, destroy the Giants. I should maybe say what's left of the Giants. It was convincing. It looked good. Back on the Kirk train.
Okay.
Okay, no, I'm not back on the Kirk train.
He still looked good, though.
Kirk did look good.
Yep.
You know, he didn't screw anything up. He made some good throws.
Imagine that.
Maybe he just needs to apologize to all the different players on the team, and then he'll be better to each of them individually. And then as a team, we'll win. He apologized to Adam Thielen last week, and then Thielen has a breakout game. Cousins apologizes to Diggs, and then next week he apologizes to Rudolph.
Watch Rudolph get 230 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. Stephon Diggs was there, which is not something we could say about all of last week.
So when does he become a Patriot?
Not going to happen. Vikings are not going to trade him.
He might start saying, "You are going to trade me away."
He doesn't have any right to do that.
I wish I could talk to all these guys and just be like, do you want to see my bank account? Why are you complaining about anything?
Shut up and catch your ball.
Are you back to this is the year?
This is a year.
This is a year.
We'll see how it goes, but there's still just kind of this sinking.
If you continue with the pattern of win, lose, that's probably, that inspires no one. So
Nope.
We'll see how it goes.
The Packers, on the other hand.
Yep. They went down and paid a visit to DEM BOYZ.
We them boys. I wanted them to go down and Dak be what everybody hoped he could be, except Dak was just what everybody knew he is.
Which is not that great.
I'm glad they paid Ezekiel Elliott tons of money, because that's helped them the last 2 weeks.
He was definitely not the best running back on the field. The true Jones that owns the Cowboys, Aaron Jones.
4
rushing touchdowns.
That was nuts.
And I had him on my fantasy team. So, so the Packers, pretty much a dominant victory. I know that fourth quarter was not what Packer fans would have loved to see, but it was garbage time points.
Those garbage points like week 1 of the Falcons against the Vikings.
Yeah.
Those points don't count. Shut up.
Yeah.
The game was over at 31-0.
Yeah, when you're sitting at 31-0 for a period of time, if you're down by that much, you don't deserve to win a football game. I don't care if you're DEM BOYZ.
2 wins, both good games, both solid wins. And the best part about the NFC North. Hey, Bears.
Chicago went over there to London and lost to the Raiders. The Oakland Raiders. Oh, the Bears are just...
You must have been just as thrilled with that loss as you were with the Packers win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thrilled when the Bears lose. I'm very happy for the Chicago Bears fans and your loss to the Raiders.
To the Raiders. And Lions didn't play, which is a win for everybody.
That's true. Nobody had to watch that garbage.
No. As far as the NFC North is concerned, a great Sunday.
Yes, absolutely. I have to add here before we move on, with the Packers game, as much as I loved it, having to listen to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman again. Maybe I'm too critical, but I pay close attention to what he says because it just bothers me. Troy Aikman, that guy has something against the Packers. I don't care what anybody says. There was a roughing the passer call on the Cowboys. They showed the instant replay, how they always show it.
Yep.
And Troy Aikman literally says, I hate to say it, but that's roughing the passer. And they got Mike Pereira on the line. He goes, well, you don't have to say you hate to say it, Troy. That's a good call.
That was probably all the he was taking, man. You see his eyes? I think Joe's the worst.
You don't like Joe Buck, even with the Diggs sideline touchdown?
No. No. Let's pretend you're Troy Aikman. We're talking, we're commenting. Just go ahead. Start talking about something. I don't care. I'll imitate Joe while you talk.
Yeah, I don't know, Joe. The Cowboys are, they've been the greatest team in history, and I don't think any other team rises above them, and I have absolutely no bias about the Cowboys. I would punch you.
Joe looks at the camera for like 2 seconds and then, hey, Troy.
If we look around the rest of the league, there's only 2 undefeated teams left.
2 undefeated.
Yep.
Tom Brady.
Jimmy G. The New England Patriots and the San Francisco 49ers, the 2 remaining undefeated teams, which means the Kansas City Chiefs lost. Patrick Mahomes. They fell to the Colts on Sunday Night Football. Yeah. I wonder which one of those teams, the remaining 2, is going to lose first. What do you guys think? Who of the remaining undefeated teams, who will lose their first game? I know many of you will say, well, it'll be the 49ers because
the Giants are playing the Patriots. So the Patriots are going 6-0.
Yeah, okay. I mainly just want to hear all you 49ers fans comment and tell us how great your team is and how everybody should stop disrespecting them. Other things, the Dolphins go 0-5. They lost to the bye week. The bye week beat them 34-0.
There's a team worse than the Dolphins. Actually, are there a couple
teams? There's like 2 winless teams. Well, you said it last week. You said that middle section of the United States, if we can just cut out Ohio and get rid of it, we don't need it because it houses the Cincinnati Bengals. And
they are going to meet this week, and they're going to have to look themselves in the mirror and say, we have more losses than the Miami Dolphins. Did the NFL come up with a prize for the worst team that, like, so many people are fighting over? Or what?
Yeah, it's called the first pick in the NFL draft. So, Teddy Two Gloves, your old QB,
is undefeated right now.
Yeah. Teddy Bridgewater, starting quarterback for the Saints. Drew Brees goes out week 2, I think it was. Teddy Bridgewater comes in, and the Saints, okay, if we can win 2 or 3 of these games while Drew is gone, we'll be in a good position when he comes back. Teddy's undefeated as a starter, 3-0, and you shipped him out just like you did Case Keenum.
For Mr. 28 million, we let go of 2 competent quarterbacks who knew the system, who had experienced some wins, and we just said, nah, we'd rather spend more money for somebody at the same level who's unproven. And that's the story of the Vikings. Kirk, you're such a good guy. I want to like you so much. In fact, I wish we were friends. But please, be better.
So, in other news, the Houston Texans.
What in the world? Deshaun Watson is on fire.
And Will Fuller. Holy cow. How many people had Will Fuller on their bench in fantasy football?
Yeah. And how many people knew Will Fuller's name before this weekend?
Yeah, they've kind of been wishy-washy, so we'll see if they can be consistent. I mean, nobody really cares because it's the Houston Texans. But moving forward.
Yes.
Week 6. So if we take a look back, you went over the Packers' schedule. You said whether they would win or lose in their games. We went through all of them. Through week 5, you are sitting at
1-4.
1-4. I went over the Vikings schedule, said either their wins or losses. And through 5 weeks, I'm 5-5. Which brings us to week 6.
Yes.
The Vikings have the Eagles coming into town, and I have them losing to the Eagles. What are your thoughts?
Not going to happen. We are on a roll. We're moving forward. We're going to forget what happened in the past. We're at home.
But it's a loss week. Right, because they won last week, so this week's last week. Win, lose, win, lose.
No! You're probably right.
Oh, dang it.
Yuck. The stadium's already been ruined by the Eagles. Literally, they destroyed it on their way out because they're such trashy fans. They're not going to do it again. We're going to hold them. So it's
the Packers already lost to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And it seems like they kind of caught some steam after that game because they dominated this past weekend.
We're going to win.
Okay.
We're going to win.
The Packers
are playing
the Lions on Monday Night Football. Lambeau Field. Lions have been pretty decent there the past few years. I'm hoping we can go 5-1. I love getting divisional wins. Already gotten 2 of them this year so far. I don't want to say too much because I don't like jinxing myself. Hopefully the Packers win Monday Night Football. Yep. After week 6, Packers will be 5-1. The Vikings will be 3-3. Hopefully the Bears lose another game, and all will be right with the world.
The Vikings are going to win. It's going to put them to 4-2. Packers are going to lose. Put them to 4-2. The Bears are going to lose. Put them at 3-3, and that will make the Lions also
pull the Joe Buck. This makes you uncomfortable.
It does make me uncomfortable.
Okay, should be a good week. It'll be exciting.
Let us know what you think. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? What's going to happen around the conference? Are there still going to be 2 undefeated teams at the end of this next week?
Let us know your thoughts. Leave us a comment, like the video, subscribe, and come back for more, because we'll be back next week.
We'll be back.
Go Pack, go.